find the lovers of the bar is where I go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, hey. Good evening to all. This is Winnie from CubeRinex. Hope we can just start up the session so that my peers is just joining the call. So thank you so much for attending this webinar. So myself, Winnie. So I'm just working in this company for more than a year. So let me introduce myself. So before going ahead, I just want few of my people want to join in this call. Just give me 2 minutes so that I can just include everyone.
The club is the best place to find the lovers of the
So let's start the session. And thank you so much. For, once again, I welcome you all. So as I said, my name is Winnie. I'm just taking care of the strategic partnership alliances for both India and as well as for US market. So with an ample 10 years of experience, I handle the complete strategic partnership and alliances for the Indian market and as well as the global market. So coming to the CubeRinex, yes, CubeRinex proudly saying that CubeRinex itself it's founded by the technical architects. So it is not founded by the CEOs and as well as it's a kind of business guys. So CubeRinex is completely formed by the enterprise architects own company. So it is founded by the technical architects who are very good in cloud computing and data and as well as in robotic process automation. So initially, we just started our company in the mid of November 2018 as a product company with only 5 members, a team in both India and as well as USA. And later on, we just found that there is an ample opportunity for digital transformation. So initially, we just started as an innovative product company with only 5 members. So now the team has been extended up to 50 plus. So we have got around 15 people in on-site and as well as 50 plus in the offshore market. So Cubranix Incorporation is located in the Troy, Michigan, the headquarters. And it's as I said, it's founded by the technical architects and one main person, the senior leadership team is situated in the Texas, and we have got one more branch in Troy, Michigan, and we have got a very big, the state of the art infrastructure office in the southern part of Coimbatore. So coming to the CubeRinex history, like as I said, like we just started as a food delivery platform. Then initially we just cater the needs for the non-metros in southern India. Later on, we just migrated our services and switched on our services to the US market, and we found that there is a lot of digital transformation requirements in USA. So situated in the main automotive city, especially in Michigan, Troy. So we found that there is a lot of requirements for the automotive sector. So we just started as a small digital transformation company, and we just extended our arms in RPA, robotic process automation. And later on from the automotive, we just extended to the manufacturing sector and pharma and as well as healthcare. So coming to this, then we found that in the mid of 2020, especially in this pandemic, again our business, there is a lot of uh, criticize in the market. So we found that okay, we can just move on from digital transformation to a kind of staffing services. So we just started our staffing services in USA, and we just got partnered with a few companies in USA for providing the ServiceNow resources to the market. So we found that ServiceNow is a very niche technology in India, especially, and there is a huge competition in the market. So we thought of to just expand our wings in India also. So we started as a staffing services for the Indian market in the mid of 2020, and currently we have got more than 10 plus clients in India, like MNCs and as well as pharmaceutical companies and as well as telecommunication companies. So now the CubeRinex has expanded its wings from ServiceNow, Scala, and as well as advanced Java requirements. Yes, we proudly saying that started as a staffing services. Now we have just stretched our wings to a services company. So recently we just implemented a lot of projects in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East market, and as well as we have got 4 or 5 clients in USA and UK one client and Germany one client, and Canadian market we just extended our partnership, and we are not the direct customer, the vendor for the Canadian market. We just partnered with some of the software vendors over there, and we just started expanding our market in Canada too. So that's it about CubeRinex. So I'm just leaving the session to my peers actually. So I have my technical architects, Mr. Praveen over here, and as well as Sandeep is the senior developer who is taking care of the CSM market. In fact, he is a champ in the CSM market. He has implemented 4 or 5 implementation projects in India and USA. So I'm just driving the session to Praveen and as well as Sandeep. And yeah, Praveen.
Yeah, hi. It's really great to see all of you here.
within a short span, we could see a lot of crowd who are interested in getting into CSM platform. I'm really thankful for that, for your time and all the things. I don't, in the interest of the time and your effort, I would like to introduce Sandeep here. He will be going through the CSM platform on the best practices and overall scenarios, how we are going to implement through Kubernetes. Sandeep, it's up to you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Praveen, for giving me this opportunity to talk about the CSM. And we all gather here, and this webinar is organized to give you some details and information about the CSM, or we can say customer service management. This is a module or application which is given by ServiceNow platform. And we all know about what is ServiceNow and what are their capabilities and the benefits of using ServiceNow as a cloud solution. So let's talk about the CSM. So the points we are going to discuss in today's webinar is we will see what are the challenges we have faced in terms of customer service in the past, and what is the CSM service nowadays, and what is the benefit of using a ServiceNow CSM, and the features and the implementation, and what are the licensing and the packages available for ServiceNow CSM. And we will see what are the contents and the integration capability of CSM, and we'll talk about some more on the talk. So we all know that what are the customer services we have faced, what are the challenges we have faced in the previous. If you take example, most common example we have faced is we are using mobiles and cell phones everywhere. Everyone is using that, and we are using a subscriber like Idea, Airtel. So whatever the challenges we have faced in previous, when you need something from their company or organization, you are do for the just a basic thing. You have to always talk to the customer, or you have to find a local shop in order to do the basic recharge or change of the plans. So the service, customer service, is what is really major concern for the organization, because they are not able to reach to their end customers and give their give support to them. So we always, there are so much mediators between them, and they are not able to understand what the customer needs. So in order to overcome all these challenges, they build one application or platform where they are going to support their customer, and they implemented uh, a lot of tools and websites and mobile applications in order to give support to their end users. And the things have changed so much after that. So the past media, we can talk about previously we are using personal walk-ins or phone calls, emails, and we are using call centers, and IVRs are there. There are a lot of other ways in order to talk. When we have to talk to the customer care, we use these medias. And nowadays the experience totally change. And what happen if you get a poor customer service, or whatever the product you buy or service you take from the organization or companies, and if you are not getting proper support, what you will do? You either leave that organization, or you will change, or you will find alternative to the services or the products. So challenges, the customer service nowadays are much improved. They are nowadays organization and companies understand their customers need, and they will giving support to them. And again, every time in quarterly or monthly, they are doing daily a scan of the market, and they are finding the customer needs and trying to give support to their organization, customer and the consumers as well. Right now, previously we are totally dependent on the phone based support, because we had to call the customer cares, and there are a lot of phone based support involved, and it involved a lot of cost, because organization has to pay for the phone bills and everything. And there is not a central way in order to get the support, because every time you'll talk to the agent or customer care executive, you will face the problem because you're not able to communicate with them properly. And every time a new agent assigned to you, you have to again repeat the same issue with them. So you're not getting proper support from the customer. There is no case history for that, because every time if you just not talk to the agent with after 2 or 3 days, they will totally forget about that. But what happens nowadays is whenever you talk to the customer agent, they will give you one unique number or complaint number. It is a reference to whatever the communication happened between you and the agent. With this reference number, you will get all the details whatever you have discussed with the customer. So this is a means that they are improving their customer service, and they are adapting the new era of ServiceNow, adapting the customer new era of CSM, means customer service experience. Previously there is no way to get because there is no single platform where you can log in and give support for their your customers and the consumers, because organization has to pay manage a lot of website and portals in order to serve both customers, and the things get very complicated between the internal employees and the external employees, or we can say the customers. So there is no proper way, but CSM is given a way where we can integrate uh, custom internal users and the external user, and we can manage both of them, both of the types of user into one application and give support to our B2B and B2C customers. There are a lot of challenges which is overcome by CSM. We can, if you talk, there's a the benefits of using ServiceNow CSM is it is a single place for all your problems. It is a one platform which is built and it's heavily integrated with the other ServiceNow applications, which is a common place. You can integrate your CSM with the other uh, module you implemented, like service management or ITOM, operation management, or you can integrate with FSM, field service management, in order to centralize your support into one single application or one platform. You are expanding the horizon of the CSM. It's not just a CSM over one application. Its total platform is helping you to in order to give support to your end customers.
Sandeep, can I go ahead with the slides?
Yes, I'm going ahead, but yeah, okay. Can you go to slide 15?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are talking about the CSM, ServiceNow CSM applications capability. We can see that in this diagram they have explained what are the capabilities of ServiceNow CSM. It is a they are giving, we can use agent workspace and predictive intelligence and the machine learning capabilities of platform in order to serve our customers. We can integrate our case management application with other medias in order to get all the queries from the customer. It is not just via emails or phone calls. We can use the social media integration in order to get the queries from the customer. We can CSM is giving you multiple platforms like a B2B and B2C portals where you can manage and organize both customers. And the one is very good feature I like about the CSM is a self-registration process they have implemented. So if the some new customer log into their portal, they can you don't need to create account, set up account for them, or need to create a set up access for them. They can simply self-register themselves to the your uh, portal, and they can get easily get the access. You can utilize knowledge management capability, and knowledge management and community, they are the very powerful, because it will, if you implement knowledge management and community, you will totally 90% will the cases will easily you can reduce the number of cases from the 90%, because you don't use your portal as just as a record producer. Just give them something, so before creating a case, your customer can troubleshoot their problem. They can understand what they are facing, and using the knowledge management and the communities and the expert solutions, they can solve their problem their own. They are not relying on the organization or the agent in order to solve their queries. They can troubleshoot all those problem they are facing, and it is really important for them. Now we are talking about the benefits of the ServiceNow. ServiceNow, by using ServiceNow CSM application for your organization or the customers, you will simply reducing the cost of the giving support to your end customers, because it is a centralized place. You don't have to invest so much on the other tools in the market in order to get their queries. You simply put one solution, and you just give access to this one solution to your customer, and it is easy to reach by using websites or portals, or the application mobile application is also there for that. So they can easily log in into one place, and they can get the service, and whatever the service request and the cases and the live agent capabilities are there, they can use this to get their solution, to find the solution of their queries and the issues. With the CSM service now, we can integrate teams based on their skills and their knowledge and their availability. We can find who's the suitable customer, suitable agent to work on particular type of case, and we can use this knowledge in order to make a good teams who will work on the cases and solve issues in very less time. We will work on that. With the proactive address customer issues, we will integrate our CSM application with the event management, and from there we will see what will the effect or alerts our service are we are having issues. So before someone create cases or find any issue with the proper service, before they create a case, we will start solving those issues in order to, and we will just reduce the case count for that particular issues or that service. Can you go slide 19?
Yeah.
We can use create a lot of service requests. So for each and every query and issue, they don't need to create a case. For the simple things, just like changing the password or requesting a particular thing, or reset password, or getting the access, or requesting a particular resource, or get a service, for these type of basic things, they don't need to rely on someone agent, or they don't require agent expertise for these. So they we can create a lot of service catalogs in order to give uh, uh, fulfill their request, and we can utilize ServiceNow platform's service catalog capability in order to solve all these issues. As I told you that customer service is omni-channel, means it is not just a single. You are not getting a cases, or the communication is not happening just in one place. We are getting from the different platforms, like we are getting from cases and queries from the emails, or via phone calls, or via the agent chat, and virtual agent, a live agent, and self-service portals. So they are we are using these medias, and you can also expand some more, do the more integration in order to get some more support on these. There are two types of self-service portal is available: B2B and B2C. We can call it as a customer portal and the consumer portal. The total is totally depend upon the which customer you are implementing it for. In after that, you're understanding that you what your customer want, and after that you will start implementing those portals, and it requires a little bit configuration in order to make it work. Mm. We are talking about now. Let's talk about the features of ServiceNow platform. The very powerful interface which is come as a, we can call it agent workspace, and with the UI builder capabilities, we can create our own workspace and we can configure it. This is single interface where our agent or the customer agent can log in, and they can start working on that case. It is intelligent. It is identify the availability of the agent and their skills, and based on that it will route the case. You need to set up some rules in order to how, and you have to set up the queues, and based on that it will route the cases to the agent, and based on their availability and the timing and expertise and the skills, it will route cases to them. This is single interface where they can see customer information, case information, they can access knowledge articles, they can see the SLAs and the timelines and the customer information. All this information is available into one interface. It is a multi-tabbed architecture is there. You can open multiple tabs, and we can work on multiple cases simultaneously into one just one workspace. You can you can get additional support. You can activate additional plugins in order to enhance the capability of agent workspace. Like there's some additional plugins available where you can find the customer information or customer activities. So you have to activate those plugin. This information also available into same interface. We can use that. We can utilize virtual task board. This is very useful for tracking the issues and what is the status of it. We can organize our work into multiple cards, and we can see information and we can align it. And based on that, we will find what the things are going on and what things require attention and what things are completed. We can track the status of the cases and the tasks.
Can I go ahead
Yes,
with the next
it's
slide?
done. Can you scroll down? Or 24 slide?
Okay.
Monitor issue with the create case automatically. This is the thing when you are talking when customers are interacting with the virtual chat or virtual agent, they can do the communication, but there are some scenarios come when the our agent or the virtual chat is not able to solve their issues. So what they can do is they will talk to live agent, and live agent will work and identify, they can talk. And if the this communication is go uh, they're not able to find the solution of it, they can create case directly from the virtual chat, and they can start working on it, and they can suggest some knowledge article on that, and this will help them to create the cases and find an easy solution for them, and it will improve the customer service. We can work on the with the reports and dashboard capabilities. We can create a reports and identify what are the challenges we had, why the cases are coming, what services required more attention, and based on that we will improve our services and the support in order to serve our customer better. With the help of dashboards and the reports, we will find uh, we will identify for the cases what is their resolution timings, which cases, volumes of the cases for each customers, and which service are impacted more, and which require attention. So like this, we create a reports and we will share it across the platform with the different types of stakeholders and the peoples. We can share it, and we can use this knowledge in order to serve our customer better, and we improve our services and customer support. By using implementing virtual agent, we can for the there are a lot of things which is very common which customer ask if they want to track a status of their cases, they want to create a request, or they want to update their cases, or they want some more information for the case they have created. So all these service, it's better if we implement into virtual agent or virtual chat. If you implement that, it will prevent you from creating multiple cases for the same issues. So what we can do is, if you build a live agent, or if you build a virtual agent very effectively, it will reduce the volume of the cases which is coming to the agents and the for particular account. There are total 3 packages available from the ServiceNow platform for CSM application. Is and each package contains support for different applications and ServiceNow platform capabilities, and each tells us what level of customization it required. Standard contains 17 application support, professional content 27, enterprise content 29. This all the package is totally different because it the package you choose is decide the implementation time for that CSM application. It's totally depend upon, first we have to identify that what level of support they want, customer want to build for their customers. So we have to identify their basic needs and what is the core function they want for their CSM. So based on that, we have to decide whether what should be the best and the way to implement the CSM. We have to choose any one of these packages, and we have to decide the implementation time of it. And first, we have to prioritize our work, like what functionality they want first, and after that, we have to implement it, start implementing the project. So while working in the Kubernetes, we have achieved this is all some of our achievements. Like we have implemented CSM for 5+ customers. They are related to different uh, domain, they are from banking domain, finance, the telecommunication sector. So we have implemented 5+ customer service implementation. We have done it, and the we have the one achievement we had is we implemented CSM core functionality like within a month, because they come up with a very specific set of requirement and they want faster onboarding. So we prioritize their work, and based on the functionality they want, we implemented the core CSM functionality from the plugin activation to the onboarding of the customer. We have done it like within a week, within a month. It included the case application configuration and the portal configuration and the customer foundation data setup and customer onboarding on the CSM application. And we have added a lot of values to our customer service, and our customer is very satisfied with the work we have done and the solution we implemented with, after implementing CSM application, we have solved a lot of their problems and issue they are facing with the legacy tools they are using. It helped them to reduce the case volume because with the knowledge management capabilities, they are before someone want to create a case, they are using knowledge available on the knowledge base and the articles. They are utilizing this knowledge and sharing across the platform in order to reduce the case volume. And whenever someone create the case, we are uh, we are assigning it to proper teams, and the good teams, the peoples who are very good with their domain knowledge and the experience. So it will giving them faster solution. So it is improving the services and reducing the duplication of the cases. We are doing that. We implemented a lot of service requests. So for the some common ask the question and queries, uh, they are utilizing this service request to get the support from the customers or the organizations. The 100% digital service management achieved. We have implemented customer solution so good that it reduced their manual overhead. They're not using any legacy things for managing their CSM activities. They are not using emails and doing other communication. They are using the platform. They are utilizing it 100%. They are integrated. Uh, there are other tools with the ServiceNow platform in order to improve their CSM capabilities. In our organization, we follow some of the best practices as we talk. So our first solution is best practices we follow is we focus on the service portal because user experience is very important. we not just simply put link create case on the home page, because when the customer log into a portal, if this find create case, they are not going to explore other things which is available on the portal. They simply go and click on the create case, and they will put all this information and they'll submit the case. This is not helpful, because for all the basic things that they require, they are creating the case, it is increasing the case volume for the each basic service they needed. So what we have done is we implemented a very good service portals where we are giving them access to knowledge base and the related articles and the top viewed articles, and we are giving them link to the all the other cases which someone else created with the related to same account, and they are utilizing if the case is already present or created by their one of colleagues, they can utilize this knowledge, and they are not duplication cases we are avoiding. We are focusing on the implementing a very good knowledge management system where the articles are very informative and it easy to understand even though non-technical persons. We are we are adding the not just the CSM, we are utilizing the whole platform capabilities. Like we are utilizing the flow designers, we are not using traditional methods for do the automation. We are utilizing the flow designers, we are utilizing the new process automation designers, we are using the playbooks for increase the customer experience. All we are doing in order to utilize the CSM with the full capabilities. So in order to activate the CSM application, there are two plugins available. You can try it on your demo instances. The plugin name is customer service, so customer service management plugin. And the second, if you want some demo data for just for practicing purpose or test the capabilities, the second plugin, you can activate the second plugin, which is come with the demo data. So you can use this information to explore the CSM capabilities, but don't activate this second plugin onto your customer instances, or because it's not allowed for them, because it include a lot of demo data which is we cannot use it into our customer instances. So in order to implement a CSM application, there are two basic ways to do it. One is we can follow guided setup. It is a step-by-step guide which is given by platform itself. Which tells you what is the basic way to implement it. If you follow this is steps mentioned in the guided setup, like onboarding the customer, creating the account, create setup of the groups, of the user creation, the creation of the users, customer accounts, the setup of the entitlement and the contract. All these things, if you go follow step by step, you will at the end you will have to implement CSM application for your customer. And the configuration customization configuration required for some of the application, because out of box solution is not always perfect. You need to do some changes in order to implement a CSM application for your customer. It requires some customization configuration. We need to change the form behavior. We have to add some field to the case table. We need to create some case types based on their services and the products. We have to change the business logic. We have to set up the routing and assignments of the cases. We have to set up the skills for our agents. Portal configuration required, because we have to add some new widgets and we have to change the portal brandings. We have to configure the notifications. Knowledge base setup is required. It takes a lot of time to build a knowledge base, because we have to sort all those knowledge articles into different categories so it is easy to reach for the end customers. Then we have to create a lot of service requests which we can, based on that user criteria, it will available for them. And agent workspace is easy to configure because it's already pre-set up. But if you want to add some more functionality and do some more UI changes and you want to say add some more capabilities to the workspace, you can configure this thing as well. And the survey is also required setup. There are some out of box survey come, we can utilize that, or you can set up a new surveys for that. And the one common challenges we have faced with our previous customer is actually what they want. The out of box solution works like that: if the case is created by you, then only you can see the cases. You cannot see the cases of the other customers or other contact which is part of the same organization. So in order to do that, we have to change the out of box business rules or query business rules, so they can get access to that multiple, you can see they can see the cases of other users as well. So the best important tables come as part of the plugins, the account, where we can store the customer companies and the partner companies. We can all these companies are stored into account table. It is inherited from the core companies table. Customers table store all the customer contact which is belong to a particular account or customer organization. There may be a multiple customer which is belong to the same account. It happens, but there will be only one primary contact for each account. Cases case table store all the cases. It is like a parent table which store all the cases, and if you want to create a multiple case type based on your services and support, you have to inherit this case table and you have to create the case type. But all the cases are into this parent table, case table. Task table, all the case tasks stored into that task table. All the customer interaction is stored into our interaction tables, and the case table report store all the reports which is related to a case table. And the consumers is for useful when you are configuring B2C process or B2C portal. So if you are onboarding a B2C process, in that your consumers are stored into that tables. So we have to think about this. Sound similar, but they're totally different because customers and the consumers are different. So we have to, whenever we are making any changes, we have to think about that we are choosing the right tables or we are adding a customer to right tables. And whenever the user register self-register them from the portals, so all their records comes to register request table. So when we talk about the roles, so CSM application, when you activate the CSM plugin, so there are two types of users or roles are installed into our application, because CSM is totally designed for the external users, and you may get confused what is the external user or internal user. So think about that all the internal users are the employees of the customer organization, who are MSPs who are giving support to their customers. So all the employees of the organizations are internal users, and all the customers and their employees, customers employees, are the external users who are going to use your services. So with this SNC internal and SNC external roles, we can identify who's the internal user and who's the external user, because internal user have access to your ServiceNow platform. They can log in to a backend, or they can access the service portal, and they can access the other application which is they have access. So all the agent and the support user, all the managers, everyone is the internal user. So they have this role and the other roles as well, like IT, admin, and agent, and the manager, all these roles. But external customers have essentially external role and customer roles. So they can log in to customer portal. They will not log into a backend or service portals of the organization. So these are some additional roles installed with the CSM. Agent role is for agents who work on the cases. Agent manager roles is for the team or manager of the agents who will work who decide routing and assignment, because sometimes it will assign cases to agent based on their availability if you not set up the advanced work assignment. The customer role, all the customers contact have these customer roles, this customer role. Case CSM case manager. So as I see, so customer, if the customer created a case, only he can see his case, but the customer case manager can see all the cases created for that particular account. Which so take example like there is a one company organization, Tech Mahindra and the Wipro. So uh, Wipro is a customer of Tech Mahindra. Then we can set up as one account for Wipro, and they can log into a Tech Mahindra's customer support portal. And if one employee of the Wipro is created one case into a Tech Mahindra's support portal, so he can see only his cases. But we have one manager set up, case manager. So if we given this role, so this manager can see all the cases created by Wipro's employee into a Tech Mahindra's support portal. So this is how it setup works. Partner portal can access the cases which is created against for their partner organizations. So in the absence of their partner, the other partner account will take care of this cases. Consumer and consumer agent. This is like a same like a agent and the customer and customer agent, but it's totally different for consumer portals. If you have implemented the consumer portal, then this will help in this case. Proxy case creator is helpful when you implemented communities. So all we have using the ServiceNow communities, so we know how it's powerful, and so we can also use build communities for our customers where they can uh, use available information which is asked on the communities, and they can utilize this knowledge. They can share knowledge on their product knowledge on the one platform. So if you so user with this role, they can create cases from the community articles or community conversations. So this role is helpful. Proxy case creator and there. Escalation requester and de-escalation requester. These roles are required when you have to escalate cases or escalate account or de-escalation of the cases and accounts. There are, we can divide CSM into case management into a 3 or 4 components. The first component comes the case management table. Second component is case activities, and third is case form, and fourth is agent workspace. So case tables, we have to set up the customer case types where all the based on our services and support we have to create different case types like products or the billings. So we can set up these case types. Then second, the case activities are things which are required to resolve a particular case. So all the activities related to agent which he's performing to propose a solution or to propose a solution to the customer. All these activities comes as a case activities. And case form is we have to configure in order to change the form behavior, like of which useful information we required from the customer before we apply a solution onto them, because sometimes we need some more information or more input. So all this form behavior we have to configure. Agent workspace is a place where agent can log in and they can track and start working on that particular case. So this is one UI where they can see all the cases and related information into one simple page. Let's talk about the life cycle of the CSM, case, how the case works. If you compare it with the incident, so we know that incident is created by internal user, and then IT user will support user will work, and that part they will update the customer and update the user, and they will resolve the case, and after 4 or 5 days our case get our incident get closed. But CSM is not work like that. In case has the different life cycle. First, when the customer creates a case, it is assigned to an agent, assigned will review the case, and it will go to find the solution. And after the finding the solution, he will propose the solution to the customer. And before the proposing the solution, it will find all the other related cases. If the case have major impact and there are some similar cases is already in queues for the same thing, so it will create a parent case, and it will create a child case, and it will start working on the parent case. And after the updating the customer that whatever solution he proposed, if the customer when he proposed the solution, our case get resolved, and it's wait for the customer acceptance. If the customer accept the solution, then our case get automatically closed. And if the solution is rejected by the customer, our case is automatically get reopened. So this is how CSM works, case works. So let's talk about the integration capability of CSM. So we can integrate CSM with the multiple application which is available as part of the ServiceNow platform. We can integrate CSM with service management, where we are utilizing the incident problem change management capability. We are integrating these processes with the CSM, so we can use. So we can create incidents from the cases as well if you utilize that. If you do these integrations, we can utilize service portfolio management. We can integrate continuous improvement management. If you are having a product support, or if you work on the field level, field service management. So there are some organization who gives field on field support. So if this required, see, field service management application is required for them, if they can utilize the capabilities of FSM application in order to manage their field service work. It's totally different application. It requires separate licensing, but you can integrate your CSM with FSM in order to track whole thing into one single platform. You can integrate your CSM with the event management, where you can find based on the events and the alerts, you can track or whatever the service are impacted. You can with the there's other integration capabilities available for Outlook and financial management and the project management. You can utilize all those things into one single platform. Routing and assignment is important because we have to find the suitable agent who will work on the particular type of case, because the custom agent capabilities are different, their availabilities are different, and their skills are different. So we have to find the right agent in order to route the case. We have to find the suitable teams, and based on their time zones and based on their availabilities, we have to route the cases. There are two ways to configure it. Either we can write some server scripts in order to assign those cases based on some certain conditions, or we can configure the matching rules and the assignment rules in order to assign or route those cases. We can utilize the queues. We can build queues. We can use advanced work assignment application in order to build all these add these capabilities to our CSM application. Let's talk about the agent workspace and what are the capabilities we have for it. Agent workspace is as I told you, it's a single place or single UI for all the agent solution or all he need to work on a particular case. There are a lot of options available. First, what he has to do, he has to go to the case application and find all the open cases. He had to see what are all the cases is assigned to him, and open this case into another tab, and again he has to go to the back to other application in order to work on. So there are multiple tab architecture. He has to open 20 tabs in the Chrome in order to work on one particular case, and things get complex because he got confused which case he's working on or who's the case he need to update. So things get very complex for the agents. So that's why they implemented this workspace, where they can see all the related information into one UI. They can work on multiple cases. They can all the cases which is assigned to them, or all the cases which is routed to them, they can get the notification into a same UI. They can from the options coming. Can you scroll down? No, go on top. Okay. Not this. Slide 45. Yes. Go to slide 45. So all the cases and the chat queues are whenever the customer initiated interaction, our available agent is get notifications into agent workspace. They have freedom to accept that conversation or start the conversation with the agent, or they can simply reject if they are not suitable or right candidate for initiating the conversation. Just take example, if the someone is a customer is started a conversation for billing related issues, and uh, we have one agent who's related to product team. So uh, his customer started a conversation, and uh, our agent get notification that someone want to talk, or someone to want to do conversation with you. So he get notification, he will go through and he will think what is the title of the conversation, and he will think about he has have does he has a capability to serve this customer or start a conversation with him. And if he's the not right candidate, he will simply reject the case, and if he reject the cases, the case is automatically routed to the next available agent. So all these things are happening into the agent workspace. You don't need to do anything manually, or you don't ask to someone to take the case from the queue, or you not need someone to assign the cases to you, because everything is our handling with the help of automation and the advanced work assignment. uh, all these things are we are agent workspace handling from their own. They can configure they can see all the cases. There's an option available in the agent workspace. They can see the home option is there. They can one place for their basic, they can see case details and the workspace information. They can see the list view, as we can see in the screenshot, where they can navigate to other based on the filters criteria we have configured. So they can see all the cases, all the tasks. So all the major cases, everything they can navigate from the one UI. They don't need to every time go to application navigator to search any module, or they don't need to apply any filters. All the cases which is related to them, they are automatically be filters added, and they can get very personalized view the things they are working on. In the inbox, they will get all the notification for the upcoming things, and they get the freedom to accept the case or start the conversation, or they can reject the case. And there are other plugins available which we can use these plugins to enhance the functionality of the agent workspace. If we want to show the customer activity or account conversation customer information, so we need these plugins. So once you activate these plugins, so all this information is added to your agent workspace. So we can see in this detail and the customer information or customer activity. So all this information is added, or tab is added to our agent workspace, so agent can utilize all this information in order to serve their customers. This is all for any questions.
Yeah, Sandeep, excellent session in terms of whatever we have covered. For all the different guys who have been attending this particular session or different experience, their experience as well as freshers to ServiceNow, and we have seen management people as well. So I hope this session will accomplish what is exactly we're looking for CSM as a ServiceNow application. If there are any questions or something that from Kubernetes they can support, please write to us or you can bring up to here. So we'll definitely come back to you individually.
Thank you so much, Praveen and Sandeep, for the lovely speech. And once again, thank you, Sandeep, for the detailed brief on what is CSM and as well as what is the advantages of CSM. So if someone have any questions, so we will be sending you the thank you email once we finish the webinar right now. So we will be sending the thank you email for everyone. So if you have any queries, you can just jot down all your points and the queries in the same email, so that we will just take our time and reply to your questions. Okay. So Abhijit, you have to say something. Abhijit. Okay. So thank you so much for the session. So really, it's wonderful meeting you all. And so we'll meet shortly in the email. Like if you have any queries, you can just have the queries to be clarified within 1 or 2 days. And we will try to answer for all the questions, whatever you raised. Thank you so much all. Thank you, Praveen, and thank you, Sandeep, as well.
Thank you, Vinita. Thank you, Praveen, and thank you guys for joining this webinar. I know your time is very important, and you have we have taken your 1 hour in this pandemic. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Yeah, thank you all.